Well, good midday. I'm David Black, and on behalf of all the people of Virginia Wesleyan University, thank you for joining this historic day. It's historic for a couple of reasons. One, we might have a little shorter state of the university than in past years. Don't clap. Okay. Or we might not. And we're going to celebrate a family who is quite a blessing to this place. This room is filled with distinguished people. And if we were going to recognize those who are distinguished, it would take the rest of the day. So instead, know that we know who you are, we see you, you honor us with your presence, and we will recognize just a sample of you. When recognized, please stand, and if the audience will, hold your applause until the end of the recognitions. U.S. Representative Bobby Scott and U.S. Representative Jen Kiggins. Mayor of Virginia Beach, Bobby Dyer. Mayor of Norfolk, Kenny Alexander. From the Virginia House of Delegates, Alex Askew. Members of the Virginia Beach City Council. There may be hiding. You know, there's an issue. Other elected officials and or their representatives who are joining us, please stand. Esteemed sister university colleagues, Dr. Beth Borgen from Lakeland University in Wisconsin and Tokyo, Japan, and Dr. Mary Dana Hinton, president of, Jane's already applauding, president of Hollins University, Jane's alma mater. Our faithful members of councils, the President's Council, the Alumni Council, and the Parents' Council. And the wise and decisive Board of Trustees. Wesleyan's Board of Trustees is the best one I've ever seen. It's a remarkable group of people. Please stand. Present, past, current. And finally, of course, the family we've come to celebrate today, the Battens, whose vision, generosity, and leadership have touched not only Virginia Wesleyan, but countless organizations across our region, our Commonwealth, and our nation. Their impact is wide, their legacy enduring, and their commitment deeply inspiring. We are especially honored to be joined today by Jane, son Frank, his wife Amy, and grandson Frank. Please. So what would draw 3 generations of Battens, and Frank's an alum, what would draw 3 generations of Battens to this particular university? Well, Aristotle would say it's the combination of theoria, praxis, and poesis. This faculty, some years back, created a very interesting model for teaching and learning that starts with reason and ends with application and experience and project-based learning. I think there are few places like it. And it's a model that we see more often in medical education than in the liberal arts. It's a powerful model. And so it is not a surprise that a place with a faculty like that would be approached by a remarkable Sentara health system about perhaps integrating the Sentara College of Health Sciences into that particular kind of teaching and learning model. And so Sentara has, and so we have accepted, and we have representatives from Sentara College here today, whom we'd like to recognize. President Angela Taylor and her colleagues, please stand. That college, for more than 130 years, has prepared exceptional nurses and apply allied health professionals whose NCLEX scores and quality of care in the healing arts are through the roof. So we can't wait to be together. That kind of teaching and learning doesn't just work on this campus. It works in Tokyo. It works most recently in Chesapeake, Virginia, where we have opened the Commonwealth's first baccalaureate degree program for people who are incarcerated. And we're excited about that. So we have an international school in Tokyo and a bunch of people in Chesapeake who would rather be in Tokyo. And the education provided them is that special blend that is transformative and freeing and will ensure that recidivism rates are the smallest in the United States. These initiatives, whether driven by councils, dedicated volunteers, new academic partnerships, or groundbreaking social impact programs, reflect the essence of this place. Together, they build a powerful foundation of innovation, compassion, and excellence, and maybe redemption, but that's for another day. Ensuring that Virginia Wesleyan not only adapts to a changing world, but helps shape a brighter, more hopeful future for all whom we serve. The 2025 State of the University Address and Luncheon would not be possible were it not for these sponsors. So we will thank you. Please stand and be recognized. Our presenting sponsor, Sentara Health Systems. Our platinum sponsors, Brown Advisory and Town Bank. Our gold sponsors, Chesapeake Bay Contractors, Ernst & Young, Horrigan, and Thorn Run Partners. Silver sponsors, Block Roofing, Kaufman and Knowles, R.D. Lambert and Son, and Timoth and Moss Architects. And our bronze sponsors, AMG National Trust, Odyssey, and Morgan Stanley. Your support is greatly appreciated. Thank you all. Now please welcome Dr. Craig Wanzink, the Batten Professor of Religious Studies and Leadership and the Joan P. and Macon F. Brock Jr., Director of the Robert Nussbaum Center, to lead us in prayer.
Would you please bow in prayer? Eternal God, this campus begins another season of planting and growing. Students arrive with questions, hopes, and the raw seed of possibility. Here, may they find roots and wings, roots deep enough to steady themselves when the ground shifts. And here may they find wings to fly into futures that we cannot yet imagine. 65 years ago, these 300 acres were only farmland, fields, and trees. Yet seeds were planted in faith, and from that soil has risen more than ever thought possible. What those first dreamers could never have pictured, what they would hardly have believed, you have brought to life. Remind us now that the same is true for each one of our students and for each of us, that seeds planted here today can grow into dreams and opportunities greater than we can begin to imagine. So steady us, stir us, send us, grateful for what has been, bold for what is coming, and alive, fully alive to this moment. And let the people say, amen.
Good afternoon. We're going to do things a little differently this year because we are a different institution than we were last year, let alone 10 years ago. Boy, what a whirlwind it has been. Before we get into a very special presentation honoring Jane Batten and her family, I'd like to share just a few highlights from the last 10 years that bring us to this very special day. In 2015, I was appointed president of Virginia Wesleyan with a clear mandate for transformational change. The Board of Trustees commissioned an institutional review, a comprehensive, participative condition assessment of the health of the university. Through this extensive deep dive, the board then approved a thorough and collaborative planning process to define the university's future, including a market share study conducted on the university's name, location, and brand. During the 2015-2016 academic year, we conducted a parking study, a space utilization analysis, a facility condition assessment, and developed a participative 10-year campus master plan. Concurrently, the board adopted our 10-year strategic plan that's touched every aspect of this institution, thanks in large part to our parallel capital campaign, which had a $250 million goal. That same year, Tidewater Collegiate Academy at VWU was established as a laboratory school to serve the homeschooling population of coastal Virginia, and we dedicated the Frank Blocker Youth Center. 2017 was a big year. We became Virginia Wesleyan University in Virginia Beach. We opened the Greer Environmental Sciences Center, an award-winning facility that establishes the tone for our comprehensive commitment to environmental responsibility. We established the highly selective and prestigious Batten Honors College. We're thrilled that the first years from this year's cohort are with us today. We launched VWU Global Campus and VWU Online and introduced graduate programs. In 2018, we were named Conservationists of the Year by the Chesapeake Bay Foundation and formed a partnership with the Virginia Center for Inclusive Communities. We also opened Town Bank Park, which included a new field for softball and significant upgrades to Kenneth R. Perry Field for baseball. In 2019, we dedicated the Susan S. Goode Fine and Performing Arts Center. Virginia Wesleyan also joined New American Colleges and Universities that year, a distinctive collaborative of 27 of the most innovative private universities in the country. We were also inspired in 2019 to write and adopt our environmental guiding principles. In 2020, we received a $60 million gift, at the time the largest endowment gift in the university's history. We dedicated the Beacon and Coastal 61, transforming the look and feel of campus. We established VWU Global in Japan through a collaborative partnership at Lakeland, Japan, and we received recognition for community engagement as a part of the Carnegie classification of institutions. In 2021, the Arts Building was renovated and reborn as Susan T. Beverly Hall, and the Board of Trustees voted to invest our entire $130 million endowment in ESG-aligned funds, underscoring the university's values-based investment strategy. In 2022, booming construction continued, and we dedicated Brock Commons and DeFord Manor. We introduced the Lewis and Prue Ryan Research Symposium and the Ryan Prize for Excellence in Research for our Batten scholars. In 2023, we were inducted into the Elizabeth River Project Hall of Fame, thanks to our sustainability efforts. In 2024, our roots in Japan deepened with the establishment of the Jane P. Batten and David R. Black School for International Studies. Chesapeake Bay Academy, a laboratory school serving students with learning differences, became a part of the VWU campus. We initiated construction on the Virginia Museum of Contemporary Art and completed the $250 million capital campaign. In 2025, we formally launched VWU Chesapeake, our prison education program for individuals of St. Bride's and Indian Creek Correctional Facilities. And earlier this summer, we announced that Centera College of Health Sciences will be integrated into our university in 2026. I too am delighted that our good friends from Centera Health are with us today. They've been partners on many things in years past: our Student Health Center, our Sports Medicine Center, our Summer Westbridge program, and so much more. We're proud of this relationship, which has matured in recent years, but extends back decades. Please join again in recognizing Becky Sawyer, Executive Vice President of Centera Health, Melinda Hancock, also Executive Vice President and Chief Financial Officer, Ryan Luzak, Chief of Staff, Angela Taylor, President of Centera College of Health Sciences, and the rest of our friends from the Centera family that are with us today. All of these highlights from the last 10 years point to the beginning of a bold new era. It's sometimes hard to believe that what is now Virginia Wesleyan University and what is now Centera College of Health Sciences were founded in different eras, just blocks apart in downtown Norfolk. Centera College in 1892 and Virginia Wesleyan in 1961. From the Royster Building in downtown Norfolk, a group of enterprising Methodists and business people decided to pick a corn and soybean farm as the permanent location for a new college. This land has seen centuries of change, from the ancestral homeland of the Nansemond people to a Civil War-era farm aiding newly freed enslaved people. The Smith Farm stood here for 60 years, with World War II pilot barracks during its tenure. Chosen for its proximity to I-64, the site became the home to a liberal arts college in 1966. Under President Lambeth Clark, the school earned Swift accreditation, graduated its first class in 1970, and began a period of rapid growth. 1970. Then, in 1978, Mary Batten, known as Betsy back then, enrolled at Virginia Wesleyan. We can never fully anticipate the ripple effects of a single decision or how far the echoes of one choice can travel. But this decision, made by a teenager and her family, forever altered the trajectory in profound and lasting ways. Just a few years later, in 1981, another pivotal moment came from President Clark, when he made the bold and visionary move to invite Jane Batten to join the Virginia Wesleyan Board of Trustees. By 1995, Jane would become the first woman to serve as chair of the board, and her influence and impact have grown immeasurably ever since. As I went through the accomplishments over the last 10 years, the Battens, led by Jane, were the driving force behind so much of it. They've been instrumental in our ascent to regional, national, and international prominence. You just heard it all, but I'll say it again. The Greer Environmental Sciences Center, the Batten Honors College, the environmental guiding principles, the Beacon, the Batten and Black School for International Studies in Tokyo, Japan, the Virginia Museum of Contemporary Art, the largest endowment gift in school history, and so much more. These are just the highlights of 1 decade of service, support, and perhaps most importantly, belief. To Jane and to the entire Batten family joining us today, whether in person or online, please accept our deepest thanks. Your leadership and generosity have made it possible for generations of students to thrive both here on campus and far beyond. As a special expression of our gratitude, we've prepared a video that reflects on the remarkable Batten legacy, one rooted in higher education and environmental stewardship here at Virginia Wesleyan and across the world. Please enjoy.
In the quiet Norfolk neighborhood of West Ghent, Jane Park Batten learned early on to embrace change, seek knowledge, and lead with quiet confidence, beginning a journey that would shape coastal Virginia and a university for generations to come.
The Batten family name, for me, means purpose-driven philanthropy. It's everything from education to the arts to the environmental stewardship. And their leadership has been transformational in our region.
There is no other visionary philanthropist like Jane Batten. And the tremendous transformation that Virginia Wesleyan has had during the last 10 years can be attributed 100% to the visionary philanthropy that Jane has provided.
When you have a leader like Jane Batten making the first step, it's easy to follow.
Growing up, Jane was intelligent, curious, and embraced life fully. After her sophomore year at Hollins College, Jane worked for the managing editor of the Virginian Pilot, and she started dating the newspaper's publisher, Frank Batten.
Frank Batten set the tone for the place, both by the people he hired and by just the general ethic that he brought to the workplace. And that ethic was one of collegiality.
Jane and Frank married the following February. For the next 2 decades, Jane's life revolved around raising their 3 children, serving on nonprofit boards, and traveling with Frank on business trips.
My parents are wonderful people. They're very good parents and wonderful examples for my 2 sisters and I to follow.
Frank continued to expand the Virginian Pilot's parent company, Landmark Communications, into a national media enterprise.
After having throat cancer, was chairman of the Associated Press. You know, that doesn't happen except to a man who casts a big shadow by virtue of who he is and how he leads.
But the achievement Frank Batten is best known for is co-founding the Weather Channel in 1982. Media experts predicted its quick demise. Instead, it shocked the skeptics by thriving. While Frank built a media conglomerate, Jane focused on community service, eventually including Virginia Wesleyan College after their daughter Mary enrolled in 1978. A few years later, she joined the Board of Trustees and by 1995 became its chair.
She was very proud of being the first female chair, and she was proud that she was able to reshape the organization so that it would grow over time.
Education had become the Batten's main philanthropic focus.
They saw what a difference education had made in their lives, and I think that they wanted to help students to have the same transformative experience.
The couple gave generously to the schools that shaped them, supporting scholarships, buildings, and programs that now bear their names. Frank also co-founded the Regional Access College Foundation, extending their impact to students across Southern Virginia.
My husband was an accomplished businessman, but he always felt that education was the single most important thing that he could focus on. And he always said, you take money out of a community, you put that money back in the community. And I've been able to do that.
Jane has long preferred a campus experience that includes everybody. Each experience has encouraged her to involve herself more deeply.
The Battens made their first major gift to Virginia Wesleyan in 1998. Frank said at the time, "I take particular pride in Jane's meaningful leadership role in the development of this emerging institution." That gift funded the Jane P. Batten Student Center.
Any student who walks across this campus and has the privilege of saying that they are a Marlin owes a great deal to Jane P. Batten.
Without the Batten Scholarship, I would have never been able to afford a quality private education like the one I received at Virginia Wesleyan. I just wanted to say thank you so much to Jane and her family.
I think she adopted Virginia Wesleyan, and Virginia Wesleyan adopted my mother. It was kind of a natural pairing up.
Frank passed away in 2009, leaving Jane with the major task of managing their philanthropic legacy.
My environmental education began when I went on the board of the Chesapeake Bay Foundation. Very quickly, my philanthropic interests narrowed to education and the environment, and it's done nothing but grow. And to have this fine institution be an instrument to tell that story and be a call to action is important to me.
Driven by her bold, collaborative vision for Virginia Wesleyan, Jane made a major gift in 2015 to help create the Greer Environmental Sciences Center. With new president, Dr. Scott Miller, embracing her ideas, more of that vision soon came to life.
2 days before my start date, we walked the campus and we talked, and I listened and I learned and I heard what her vision really was for this place.
Together, their vision included the creation of the Batten Honors College, which she endowed.
The idea is that the Honors College brings together high-achieving students from around the world to achieve the world's needs, including climate change and other social disparities.
In recent years, Jane funded the collaboration between the institution's global campus and Lakeland University in Tokyo, Japan, the Jane P. Batten and David R. Black School for International Studies. Jane also made one of two lead gifts to relocate the Virginia Museum of Contemporary Art from the Virginia Beach oceanfront to the Virginia Wesleyan campus.
Creating a relationship with Virginia Museum of the Contemporary Arts was so important. It allowed us to have a new facility in a better strategic location.
Jane's lifelong commitment to education and the environment earned her numerous honors. In February 2025, the Virginia House of Delegates passed a resolution commending her philanthropy, leadership, and lasting impact on education, community, and conservation.
What Jane has really done is shown the capacity and compassion to speak truth to power. And when someone in her capacity speaks, others listen.
She's a big picture thinker. She's out of the box in her thinking. She's a visionary. And she is very inclusive in her outreach.
Nowhere has Jane's support been more transformative than at Virginia Wesleyan, where 4 decades of dedication have left an enduring, unmatched impact.
I'm really proud to say that what was once a sleepy residential liberal arts college has now grown to be a local college with an international constituency and a worldwide reputation, and that all comes from the generosity of Jane Batten and her family.
You can't look around this campus and imagine how could it exist without their gifts. The Batten family has been phenomenal to Virginia Wesleyan. They're synonymous.
I'm proud if we have been a catalyst to let other people know what a future this place has. This place is really remarkable.
Please welcome to the stage, Jane Batten. Accompanying her is our board chair, Dr. Nancy DeFord. What began as an aspiring local college has become an inspiring international university. 10 years ago, we set out on a bold, purposeful journey, a journey shaped by shared vision. Through thoughtful planning and a deep sense of mission, we reimagined what a university could be. One rooted in social justice, one guided by environmental stewardship, one enriched by the arts and sciences. Today, the vision stands before us, not as aspiration, but as reality. Consider what defines us: the completion of a distinctive 4-credit-hour liberal arts curriculum, thriving online and graduate programs, an elite, fully endowed honors college, a global footprint with a collaborative campus in Tokyo, Japan, integration of a 132-year-old College of Health Sciences with a premier partner, Centera Health, 2 campus-based private academies, an academic center in Chesapeake serving incarcerated persons, a workforce development program with Virginia Beach Economic Development serving the city we proudly call home, a campus transformed by strategic construction and capital investment, Coastal 61, a mixed-use housing complex, a national award-winning environmental sciences center, a nationally distinctive museum of contemporary art, environmental guiding principles embedded in all we do, and a strengthened endowment fully invested in environmentally friendly ways. These are not isolated achievements. Together they form something greater, the birth of a new kind of university. We're no longer simply a university in Virginia. We're Virginia's innovative university of the arts and sciences. And at the heart of this transformation, at the center of this incredible journey, has been one extraordinary woman, a visionary, a champion, a philanthropist whose name is synonymous with purpose, with excellence, and with boundless generosity. That person is Jane P. Batten. And the family that walks with her, the Batten family, has made most of this possible. And now, to mark this extraordinary moment in the life of our institution, to honor a legacy of vision, generosity, and transformation, and to formally proclaim what this university has become, it's my great honor to invite the chair of our Board of Trustees to the podium. Please welcome Dr. Nancy DeFord.
Thank you all. President Miller, it is a joy and an honor to be here today celebrating your 10th State of the University. It has been 10 remarkable years, and on behalf of the Board of Trustees, we thank you for leading the way. Over the past decade, this institution has undergone extraordinary transformation. Under President Miller's visionary leadership, we have expanded our academic reach, strengthened our community partnerships, extended our global presence, and embraced innovation in every facet of the university. And we are especially grateful to the Batten family for more than 40 years of steadfast support. Their enduring belief in our mission has shaped the university in profound ways, from student scholarships and global initiatives to environmental leadership, academic excellence, and campus life. Their legacy is woven into the fabric of this university. The Board of Trustees is proud to stand united with President Miller, our faculty and staff, and the entire university as we take a bold step forward, honoring our past and embracing the boundless possibilities ahead. Therefore, as chair of the Board of Trustees of this university, it is my profound privilege and honor to announce that effective July 1st, 2026, Virginia Wesleyan University will become Batten University.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's my distinct pleasure to welcome the person that makes this all possible, the visionary philanthropist herself, my friend, Jane Batten. This is great. Oh, look at this. Enjoy it a minute.
If you people would stop saying nice things about me, unless you stop, I might start to believe it. As exciting as this day is, do you realize that about an hour or so ago, I was in a traffic accident on my way here. Fortunately, it was a fender bender, but unnerving, with a very large emergency vehicle. Mayor Dyer, may I say, you have the most professional, kind, nice, police people, medical people, firemen. They were just outstanding. And of course, while we kept explaining to these people that I had to get away from there, and they had to go through their routine. But the policewoman who was in charge whispered to me, "I'm a Virginia Wesleyan graduate." So that just sort of made the day. Needless to say, our family, Frank, Amy, grandson Frank, class of 2018, is that correct? Who are here today, and Mary and Dorothy, who cannot be with us. We are all proud and humbled to have the Batten name on this university. I think I can probably speak for Frank Sr. as well, but imagine that he must have had some interesting conversations with Lambeth Clark and Billy Greer on the subject before. You need to know one really important thing. This was not my idea. However, after months of discussions, I have sincerely come to believe that the change to Batten University will be a very positive move for the institution, its students, and this region. I did have some concerns that I think a lot of you in this room probably share. The question, what about Virginia Wesleyan? I promise that our over 60-year history and heritage is not being abandoned. Building on our Methodist ethic of service and education, this university will just become a better version of itself. It will be a beacon for environmental and social justice, graduating students who are principled problem solvers to face the challenges of this very fractured world. Thank you for being here today to help celebrate this very important occasion and for your continued belief in and support of our university.
Terrific. Thank you, Jane. We're honored to share in this historic moment as we transition to Batten University. This is more than a name change. It's a bold reflection of who we have become and signals our readiness for the future. Let's watch what all Batten University has to offer.
This is not the university you think you know. Building on 10 years of innovative transformation as Virginia Wesleyan University and decades of visionary philanthropy from Jane Batten and the Batten family, a bold new future comes together in 2026 with a premier contemporary art museum opening on campus and a respected College of Health Sciences founded in 1892, integrating into academics and campus life. On July 1st, 2026, we become Batten University, Virginia's innovative university of the arts and sciences. Rooted in the Batten family's legacy of journalistic integrity, community investment, and civic leadership, Batten University stands for inclusion, bold innovation, and environmental stewardship. As leaders in the media industry, the Battens believed in giving voice to the unheard, spoke with courage, and inspired change through knowledge. We carry that mission forward, using education as a force for good, for our students and our planet. At Batten, we don't just prepare students to succeed. We prepare them to serve, to lead with empathy, act with purpose, and thrive in a rapidly changing world. Our Carnegie classification as a national arts and sciences institution, shared by only 6% of U.S. universities, speaks to our unique place in American higher education. In the arts, we lead. From the Susan S. Goode Fine and Performing Arts Center to the Virginia Museum of Contemporary Art right on our grounds, creativity doesn't just live here, it thrives. In the sciences, we go further, with the Atlantic Ocean and Chesapeake Bay as living labs. 300 acres of surrounding forest and green space at our fingertips. And Centera College of Health Sciences integrated into our campus. Our students dive deep to discover their passions and purpose. Opportunity surrounds us. Over the last decade, we've grown in powerful ways, connecting education to experience in ways that truly matter. From NCAA champions on the field to global scholars on our Tokyo campus, Batten students rise to every challenge, rooted in purpose, community, and care for the planet we all share. We are Batten University, and we are just getting started.
Thank you again, Jane. From the bottom of our hearts, we sincerely thank you for all you've meant to us. This is an exciting time, and we recognize that change often brings questions. I invite you to visit the Batten University Transition website, which can be accessed right now from the VWU homepage. It provides helpful information and answers to many of the questions. We look forward to sharing more with you and addressing any questions you may have. Please note that there will be an informational session for faculty and staff coming within the next week. We also have a gift for you. We have some new Batten University merchandise that'll be available in the Mike and Lisa Rawls foyer of the Jane P. Batten Student Center. Please help yourself as you exit. It's now my pleasure to introduce Reverend Beth Givens, who is the Coastal Virginia District Superintendent of the United Methodist Church, who will offer a blessing for our journey ahead.
Will you join your hearts with mine in prayer? Holy God, we give you thanks for this day, for the vision and the energy that have brought Virginia Wesleyan University to this moment of new direction. We especially give you thanks for Jane and for the Batten legacy that has created such a strong foundation upon which we now have the opportunity to build. A foundation of social justice, the centrality of the arts, the urgency of environmental stewardship, and a local and global impact. As we step into the future, remind us that we do not walk alone. We are surrounded by the wisdom of our United Methodist Wesleyan heritage, a tradition that calls us to learn with curiosity and to live with grace. In this moment, the United Methodist Church also calls us to love boldly, serve joyfully, and lead courageously in a broken world. Bless our leaders with courage, our faculty and staff with creativity, and our students with a passion to discover, to learn, and to serve. Inspire all of us to carry forward the beacon, the light of Christ, a light that shines with hope, justice, and joy. So send us out, O Lord, with hearts ready for the journey ahead, with confidence that you go before us, and with faith that what begins here can change the world by being a force for good. Amen.
The past decade has brought extraordinary growth and transformation, driven by vision and the commitment of our people. I again thank our board, our faculty, staff, students, and alumni for leading and believing in this journey. As Virginia Wesleyan and Centera College of Health Sciences unite, we amplify our mission, blending arts and sciences to become greater than the sum of our parts. We become Batten University. What a great day it is to be a Marlin. Thank you all again.